listen to what's going on in between your ears, because my hunch is that you're probably telling yourself you're not doing a good job. And it's amazing what can happen when you change that. If you're struggling with any area of your business, with your PRS, with parties, any of it, become an expert. If you are feeling like you're doing a good job at getting parties, why aren't you watching every single video that Kara Lewis Newton has made? Like, she's so funny and so good, and she's got a whole bunch of little nuggets for you to get you on the party mode. Same thing with PRS. I need to take a breath.
Go ahead, girl.
It's like, oh, thank you. Reach out to the people in your company who consistently have high PRS and just ask them what they're doing. They're probably having lots of parties, but there might be some tricks that they have for you to help you out. Same thing with leadership. That's where I struggle. I feel like I need to be a better leader, so that's what I focus on. Books, videos, sponsoring, like I said, is the one area that everybody always says they need help with. So just this last week, Scott from corporate went live on the pop page with Black Status presenter Kizzy Harvey from the UK. Did anybody see that? She had a whole bunch of really great tips. And one of the things that she talked about that we hear all the time is people are afraid to be spammy with offering parties, offering, asking for the sale, or, the opportunity, offering the opportunity. And she said something that I think is really profound, which is, it's spammy when it's all about you. The second that it stops being all about you and becomes a service to your customer or to your audience, something that they need, it's not spammy anymore. It's something that they want to hear. So it's just like what Tawny said about like making it about them instead about you. Like, don't help me by having a party. Like, let me help you by getting you free stuff. So keep that in mind. It's not spammy if you're giving them something. She talked a little bit about one thing that always tends to happen around the end of the month, which is we're like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so close to my goal. I'm so close to earning this trip. Buy something, buy something, buy something. Like, that's when people tune out. We all do it though, right? Because we get really excited. We're so close to earning a trip. Another thing, a really, really easy thing that you can do to stop making it about you is have a fundraiser. My best months are the months when I do fundraisers. I do it around my birthday and I do it at the holidays. And I just pick a local charity that is female-centric typically, so that I can donate all the product that we earn with White Cash. Last time it was Women's Space, and it was a really awesome experience. All right, so the number one key in my mind to sponsoring is that you have to believe that there's something in this business for everybody. It's a gift. And if you don't see it as a gift, and if you're not presenting it that way to people, then no one's gonna believe that it is one. The things that I get from my Younique business are gonna be a lot different than the things that you get from your Younique business. And so it's really important for you to know your own why, know why you joined and why you stayed, but to also visit with your Y sisters and understand why they joined and why they stayed, because it's different for everybody. That's how you're going to appeal to a wider audience. I'm going to wait just a second about that. I always say that I wish that I could bottle up and put in a little like tester jar everything that I've gotten out of this business, and I could just like hand it out to people. Wouldn't that be nice? Like, here, you taste this. It's great. You're gonna love it. The Kool-Aid is delicious. But we can't. So we have to understand where everybody's coming from, the reasons why people join. So I made a list of all the amazing things that you could use to appeal to a wider audience. People, the reasons that people sign up, okay? And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about why I signed up and what my attitude was on the day that that happened about this business, and how much it changed really quickly, and why I think you should try to offer this opportunity to every single person. So $99 for $439 worth of makeup is a great deal. And like Haley said, that's how you're gonna get all those new presenters on your team, because you're kind of like selling the kit, right? And like, we probably shouldn't sell the kit, but it's a numbers game. And I would never have known how great the products or the company or any of that is if I hadn't joined and gotten my kit. So I first heard of 3D Fiber Lash Mascara on Facebook. I do nails for a living, and one of my business associates who has like a supply company was posting about this mascara, and she was just taking a picture of all of her, mascaras, and she posts on Facebook, "Oh my gosh, you guys, I have 10 mascaras on hand, who wants one?" And I was like, what is going on with this? People were commenting, "I want one, I want one." And so I sent her a message and I said, "Hey, what's the deal with this mascara that you're selling?" And she is busy, I was busy, and she sent me her link and she said, "Oh my God, it's so great, you're gonna love it, check it out." And I said, okay. And I have a vague recollection of clicking on her link, but I don't think I really looked at anything, and I never thought of it again. And so then a couple of weeks later, one of my nail clients invited me to her party on Facebook. And I thought, wonderful, she's got this mascara, I'm gonna get my hands on it, I'm gonna get to try it, I'm gonna get to make my friend happy by buying something from her party. And so I ordered mascara. And then I got the mascara, and I was at work that day, so I didn't try it on until the morning, and when I put my makeup on in the morning, I was completely blown away. And immediately knew that I needed to know how I could make it available to my friends and my clients. And in my mind, it was like, they already trust me for cuticle oil. Like, why wouldn't they also want to get this mascara that I think is awesome, and I'm gonna wear it every day? So I didn't know Ashley. She was the presenter that was running the party. And I messaged her and I'm like, what do I have to do to make this available to my clients? Like, I want to be able to sell it. And she sent me, here's how you do it. And she gave me all this information. And I said, no, look, I'm not going to go to your sales meetings. I'm not going to do your training events. I'm not going to do all that salesy stuff that nobody likes. Look at me now. So, my point is that if Ashley had been like, oh, it's so awesome, you're gonna build such an amazing business, you're gonna, travel the world and you're gonna do all these amazing things, I would have been like, really, okay, pump the brakes. I just want to give mascara to my nail clients, that was it. But because I bought the kit, I got all this other great stuff to try, realized I loved it, so the rest is history, I guess. So my point is, you just never know, like, who you're gonna sell a mascara to, who's gonna be like, oh, okay, that is a good deal, I will get the kit. And then they're gonna try the products, and they're gonna love them, and it's gonna go from there. So offer it to everybody. It could just turn into a deal or a discount. I like to get a good deal on the things I'm gonna buy anyway, why not? But then there's the people that are gonna turn it into a hobby. For a really long time, probably for the first year and a half or so that I did this business, I swear to you, I really only worked it about as much as I used to play Candy Crush. So, like, for reals, 5 minutes here and there, in between clients, on my lunch break, a few minutes before bed at night, instead of playing a game on my phone, I was working my parties and contacting my team members and doing all that stuff. So it doesn't really take a lot of time, and I think that's one of the misconceptions. I had this really negative idea about what it meant to be in a direct marketing company. Like, I thought I was gonna have to do this, come to these meetings, and like, this is fun though, I had no idea. So the more my business grew, the more it became a priority, and that's the ticket. If it's a priority, you're gonna find time, and truth be told, I still play plenty of Candy Crush, so. It's actually this new feeding a cat game. Candy Crush is a little 5 years ago. So a lot of people want to do the business for a new social network. And this is another thing that I didn't realize was a possibility until I took the leap and joined the kit. My first impression of Younique after I tried the mascara and I messaged Ashley was, oh my gosh, these people are being so nice to me and they don't even know who I am. Like, everybody was like, oh my gosh, Brandy, welcome, we're so happy to have hi. And I'm just like, who are you? And I just like, okay, you know, they probably are that way to everybody just to like get them sucked into the whole thing, whatever. It worked. I mean, that made an impact. I can't, it makes me really sad to think about how if I wouldn't have bought that mascara and I wouldn't have messaged Ashley, I wouldn't be here right now. Like I wouldn't have all of my new best friends. Yeah. Don't deny that to people. Like, give them that. I keep clicking and it keeps pulling out my keyboard and it's like, I don't need that right now. So, sense of purpose. How many stories have you heard about moms who joined Younique because they felt like they lost themselves raising babies, or empty nesters who needed something after their kids left the house? The feeling of being able to make people's lives better, giving them the gift of extra income, the gift of purpose, it's major for people, and that's one thing that will really appeal to people on a large scale. The thing we don't talk about enough, the Younique Foundation. Yes. People will buy from you, they will have parties for you, and they will join your business just because you told them about the Younique Foundation. Yes. And it's one of those things that it's a little bit awkward to talk about, right? We all know that, but it's super important. And I encourage you, we have had this happen on our team. If someone on your team goes to the Younique Foundation, goes to the Haven Retreat, have them do a Facebook Live with your team and just have them explain your experience. It was really, really valuable to us when that happened. Yeah, right? What about fun money? Like now is a really great time of the year for people to start thinking about having extra cash on hand. The holidays are coming, it's fall, so there's tons of sports going on. People are enamored by that idea that they could make money from their cell phones, really, like sitting at soccer practice or, you know, walking through the grocery store. I'm voice messaging people. What about income, freedom, a career? Raise your hand if you have quit your job, taken less hours at work, fired your boss because of Younique. I work less hours, Lori just did. It's awesome. It's an excellent opportunity, and it might put you in a new tax bracket. Like, you don't even know what the possibilities are. It could be the money for your car payment. It could be the money for your dream house. And that's something, it's not for everybody. Like, not everybody gets into it for the money, but some people do. Or they get into it for something else and discover that there's money to be made also. What about travel? What about travel? Let's talk about that. I've been to 3 conventions. I have earned 2 incentive trips. Who's going to Punta Cana? Woo! Day after tomorrow, kind of stoked. I'm like, okay, gotta get through the training thing first. And so like after today at like 5 o'clock, I'm gonna be real excited. Raise your hand again if you went to Unified. Total game changer. When you said that earlier, we were just like, oh my gosh, total game changer. Unified will change your life. Not just your business, it will totally change your business. But you will go to Unified and feel like you got the keys to the kingdom, and it's like makes sense. Like honestly, like I think the moment that I quit being a skeptic about this business was when we got off the bus. Oh yeah. That you're on the bus, you're driving to corporate, and you get out, and there's this carpet, and everyone's standing. I thought that was the water for a second. Everyone is standing there cheering for you, and they're saying these amazing things like, thank you so much for what you do to make our jobs possible, to make this possible for our families. So they're super grateful. You guys have to go to Unified. Who went to Empower You in Portland? Had a great time. So travel. Oh, what about Las Vegas for the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing Conference? That was a fun one. Yeah. Wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for this business. Psst, those trips are a write-off. Who doesn't want to write off their vacations? I do. Okay, so some people want to join for challenges. They like to earn incentives. They like to earn trips. They like to earn the uplift, validate, empower necklaces. Charms. Who loves their charms? I'm a charm freak. If there's a charm involved, I'm going to earn it. And honestly, like, yeah, okay, like I liked getting the $1,000 bonus that one time, now it's cool, but does it come with a charm?
Yeah.
I need a charm, because I keep the charms on my desk, and now I have too many to put on my bracelet, so they're in the cool display box, you know, that they sent out. And people go, what are those? Are those your charms? They don't fit on your bracelet anymore. Tell me about it. And it's a conversation starter. So, and it just makes me feel good to know I got charms, you know? The mission, girl power, you know? Who doesn't love that? Uplift, validate, and empower. We are, you know, this business is girl power. It is. What about the amazing company itself and our founders? And these are examples of things that you might not know when you sign up, but until you take the leap and you get the kit. Raise your hand if you've met Derek and Melanie. Life-changing.
Yep.
So be on the lookout for your new team members. Keep an eye out for people who need this. If you see that someone is struggling in their life, you might be able to apply what we have to help them. And that's what it's all about. Raise your hand if you're a fan of the law of attraction.
Oh.
The Secret, or you can look up Law of Attraction. I recommend you listen to or watch The Secret. A big part of sponsoring is attracting people to you. And one of the things that I've noticed is the people that are on my team that came to me, that were watching on the sidelines for a while and then came to me, those are the people that take it the most serious. Because they say things like, I've been watching you for 3 years in some cases. You know, there are the people who you can say, hey girl, come do this with me. But then there are the people you think you can say that to who are like, I'm not doing that. Until the day that they call you up and say, hey, my husband's really interested in the tax write-offs. That's really satisfying, I've got to tell you. 3.5 years later. You are not likely to attract people to you if you're negative. And I don't want to be a harpy on like what you can and can't post on your Facebook page, but you are not going to attract people to your business if you're trying to tell them about making money for the business, but then you're complaining about not having any of it. I'm so broke, I can't pay my bills. Don't ever post that. Okay, this one's a little bit of a soapbox issue. So, be really careful on Facebook when you're talking about posting about new trends, okay? So, let's talk about squiggle brows for a second. Or, no, we're gonna do it because I have something really valid for you to hear from me. And like the snogging lips look, okay, so here's what's happening. The nose hairs, okay? Number one, just because somebody does something silly with makeup and posts it on social media does not make it a trend, okay? And number two, be very careful how you are sharing about those things because you lose all credibility with me if you say, oh my God, this looks so ridiculous, I would never ever wear this. You know why? Because someone used to say that about ombre lips, and they used to say it about blue eyeshadow, and they used to say it about winged eyeliner. So, don't. If you can't find a nice way to talk about squiggle brows, like how about, hey, would anybody want to try this out? You know, just like ask a question about it, then just don't post about it. Be nice. Don't say anything mean about other ladies on social media, please. Don't do that people of Walmart thing. It's not nice. Highlighters. Like, I didn't know that I needed a highlighter until Younique was like, highlighters! I probably thought that was ridiculous at one point, but now I'm rocking it. Complaining on social media in general is a really great way to get people to not want to come anywhere near you. So if you can't find a positive spin to put on something that you're just dying to post on Facebook, just don't post it. I want you to be really authentic on Facebook. I don't want you to hear me saying, you know, don't be yourself, don't post about the things that you care about. I want you to be passionate about the things that you are passionate about, but do it, be intentional. Think about what it's gonna look like to your audience. Sponsoring is about relationships. So how are you going to offer this gift, this opportunity that you have to people if you're not really engaged with them, if you're not really having a relationship with them? If you don't understand all of the different reasons why people do this business, it's going to be really hard for you to appeal to, a wider audience. Okay. How many people have ever said or have heard, I don't know anyone, or everyone has already said no, I can't meet any new people? I have a long list of really, really awesome ways for you guys to expand your network on social media, but also in the real world. So here it is. Obviously, parties and online makeup classes are the bread and butter of your business, right? So everybody will say, we all do this business different, but it's always about book, sell, sponsor. You, Tani talked about this, Haley talked about this, need to message all your party guests. And I understand if you don't want to message the 100 people. Honestly, my most successful parties are the ones where there are 20 people, because I tell my hostesses to post on their Facebook page that they're having a party and ask who wants to be invited. Because if they say they want to be a part of it, they're much more likely to take part in it. And message those people. And don't be afraid to send them friend requests either. What are they going to do? What's the worst thing that they can do? Not accept it? I mean, they're probably not going to send you a nasty message to tell you not to send them friend requests. I did this project one time where I went through my back office and wrote down the name of every single person who used to be in my downline that was no longer active. And it took a while, but there were exactly 100 people. And I ended up messaging about 86 of them, because there was a handful that they had just like super common names, and I was getting emails kicked back. And from those 86 messages, the closest thing I got to a negative response was a woman who said, please take me off your list, thank you, which is not that bad. And most people just don't respond, right? It's not, and that's fine. I'm like, just don't respond. Number 2, clear your unfollow list. So, especially around times when like there's nasty stuff happening in the world and there's like really interesting political things happening, it's really easy to be like, I'm done with Facebook. Like, I don't need to be on Facebook right now, but that's where our business is. So use your unfollow button, that's great. But from time to time, go clear your unfollow list, because when the temperature changes, when the climate changes, when people aren't being so nasty to each other anymore, you're gonna find it a lot easier to have those people back in your newsfeed. Actually get to know the Facebook friends that you already have. You have likely 1,000 or more. When was the last time you started with the letter A and just went down the list? Click on the first person's name, go to their page. Like their last 2 posts, comment on one of them, and just be genuine. Just be genuine. Don't go to their page and like every single post they've posted for the last 2 years, because they're gonna know what you're up to. And that's obnoxious. My mom does that with all my email pictures. She doesn't like or comment on anything except my nail and makeup pictures, and she just likes them all on the same day. Thanks, Mom, for helping with my algorithm. Those people will start showing up in your newsfeed again. So if you're feeling like your newsfeed is kind of stagnant, there's not a lot of stuff happening, you're seeing the same people over and over again, start from A and just go. And then that keeps you from doing that mindless scrolling thing that we are starting to understand is actually really bad for your algorithm. Go through the friends lists of your friends. My hunch is that you will find old classmates, old coworkers. What about the siblings of your friends and the friends of your siblings from when you were growing up? It's a really easy way to, you try to add like 5 new Facebook friends a day. On the days that I actually accomplish that, I feel like $1 million. And it's easy to do that. My number 1 way that I make new friends on Facebook is to join interest groups on Facebook. This is also the number 1 way to make sure that your Facebook feed is full of stuff you actually want to see and none of the other stuff that you wish people would post about. It's a great way to build your Facebook algorithm too, because if you join an interest group and you're active in it, you will, example, I'm in a rock painting group. And I'm in lots of rock painting groups actually. And those are great because those are nationwide, worldwide. People are into the rock painting thing. It's super fun. You paint a rock, you put a hashtag on the back, and you hope that somebody finds it when you leave it in the park. It's kind of therapeutic too to like make art and leave it, not know what happens to it, hope for the best. I posted a picture in my rock painting group of a cat rock I painted. And in like 3 days, it had 465 interactions, likes, hearts, 55 comments, 3 shares, and I got 5 friend requests. They sent me friend requests. I didn't even have to do that. So that's really, really awesome when that happens. So when you're joining an interest group, and by that I mean whatever your hobbies are outside of makeup, don't just like Google make or search for makeup groups, because that's us, right? Yeah. Search for things you actually care about. Soccer moms in Eugene, buy, sell, trade, baby clothes. You guys know what you're into. The rock painting groups are fun. I have this really great group that's bugs. People from all over the world that are like super awesome photographers with those macro lenses, and they take these up close, really awesome pictures of like really rainbow colored bugs, and they post them in the group, and everybody oohs and ahs over them. You get bit by something weird and you snap a photo of it, and someone knows what it is and whether you need to go to the hospital. It's convenient. It's a tool to have at your disposal. Keep your mouth open, always. You are a walking billboard for your business. If you're not talking about your business, no one's going to know about your business. Be somebody that people remember fondly. Look people in the eye, smile, give them a compliment. Be an excellent tipper. Please be an excellent tipper. People remember you. Sherry Brown talks about making friends with the cashier. Like every time you go to the grocery store, find your favorite cashier and go to her. She's gonna remember you. Hey, are you on Facebook? Easy. Are you wearing your brand? Are you wearing logos? Do you have a sticker on your car? Are you wearing swag? Are you wearing the necklaces that you've earned? They're conversation starters. You earned them, let them work for you. Talk about your goals and your successes. So I don't mean the thing we talked about a minute ago where I'm like, I'm $5 away from my goal, please buy something. I'm talking about going to Punta Cana. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm a day and a half away from taking off on a trip with my friends. I can't wait. Can't believe I, earned this with my business. People really like to get free stuff. They like that. That's a reason that someone might join up. And Younique gives away the best free stuff. Trips, necklaces. Melanie has really great taste. So a real world way to meet new friends, find local events and gatherings to go to. Play bingo, join the Rotary Club. If you have a regular set of moms that you sit with at soccer games, go sit with other moms. Be like, hey guys, I'm gonna sit over here today. Just talk to new people. Join a volleyball league. If you get invited to a dinner party, on the way out the door, hey, are you on Facebook? Hey, are you on Facebook? Don't be afraid to ask people that. You don't need to be like, hey, Judy, it was really nice connecting with you, and like give them a whole speech. Just go, hey, are you on Facebook? Chances are they had a nice time talking to you too. The people who care about you want you to be successful. And I know that it doesn't always feel like that when you're trying to get your best friend or your cousin or your sister to like get on board and have a party, but they're watching you and they will eventually. My sister bought one Splurge cream shadow from me when they first came out, Elegant. I messaged her to let her know when new colors came out, and she said, no, I can't afford it. Her birthday rolled around and I knew she was out, so I gave her one. Then Christmas came around and I gave her another one, and that was the only thing she ever bought from me for 3 years. But I kept telling her every time new Splurge colors came out, hey, new Splurge colors. Anytime there was a splurge and a kudos, and she always says, oh, summer's a really bad time because of childcare and all this stuff. Well, my fundraiser party in March, she bought 7 Splurge cream shadows. Then like 2 days later, she came back and said, okay, I'm ready to try that foundation now. She has like all the $30 bottles of foundation you can buy at Macy's on her counter in her bathroom, but she'd never bought one for me. Guess what she bought yesterday for the 3rd time? So don't be afraid to reach out to the people that you know, love you, and want you to succeed, and ask them to help you by having a party, by offering them the opportunity. She and I had a great conversation yesterday about how I really truly believe that everyone needs a direct marketing business in their life. Everyone. Maybe it's not the makeup business, but there's something out there for everybody. She's interested in candles. I'm still working on her to do makeup, but we'll get her. So that's pretty much it. I just want you guys to know that as long as you don't quit, you can't fail. I mean, that's literally the bottom line. Just keep going. Do something for your business every single day. Even on the days when I feel like I haven't done enough, if I sit down at the end of the day and make a list of the things I actually did do, I'm actually really surprised by how much I've accomplished. So just don't give up. Think about your business the way that you think about the last great meal that you had out at a restaurant. You probably took a picture of it. You probably posted it on Instagram. You probably told your girlfriend, oh my God, I just had the best cheeseburger. You gotta go check this place out. Why? Because you want your girlfriend to have the cheeseburger. You'd be a bad friend if you didn't let her in on the secret about this awesome place that you just found. You really like the owners. You really want the company, the restaurant to be successful, right? You need to think about your business like the cheeseburger. Give it to people, share it with them with the same kind of excitement that you do when you find anything new that you love. Adjust your mindset. Think about how great you are at this business, how great you are at sponsoring, how everybody wants to be here at this event with you because it's super fun. Everyone wants to be on your team because you have the best team ever. We do. That's it. People need this and they're looking for you right now.
Yes.
Thanks.